Hello, YC. Welcome to Friday's Monthly Focus. We are looking at 1 Thessalonians 5:16 through 18. This is just such a wonderful verse to memorize and meditate, and it can just change your whole outlook, give you God's perspective in all kinds of circumstances. Take a listen to what it says. This is from Paul speaking. And he says, be joyful always, pray continually, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. Have you ever just wondered what is God's will? This verse tells us so simply, right? Be joyful, pray continually, give thanks. And when are we supposed to be doing that? In all circumstances. In easy circumstances, which is what I had this morning when I woke up, it was snowing and I just wanted to come out here and be a part of the weather and share this with you. So in all circumstances, right? And so snow can be just such a fun thing to wake up to, a wonderful circumstance. And then there are difficult circumstances. And yet this verse tells us to rejoice, pray continually, give thanks in all types of circumstances. And that's a new perspective. That's a different way of living, right? And when we are doing that, we are dwelling in God's will with Him. I know we've all woken up wondering, what does God want me to do? This very simply tells us, be joyful, pray, and pray continually, which means it puts us in a relationship that is dependent upon God, which is what we want, which is really what our hearts want. Our selfishness that is just innate in all of us wants to take over and do things that we think are best for ourselves, and we end up either hurting others or hurting ourselves or hurting our relationship with God when we live in a place of selfishness instead of a place of gratitude. So think about this week, this month of Thanksgiving, when we will come together, hopefully as family and friends, and share a meal together and give thanks. We just don't want to give thanks on one day. We want to pray continually, give thanks in all circumstances, and be joyful. And this will change us from the inside out. It's God's will for you. It's God's will for me. Thanks for joining me today. Spend some time each morning, each evening, at your lunch hour, being joyful, giving thanks, and praying continually. This is God's will. Thank you.